This is Blend Club for September 2017. The tobacco they're going to review today is Dunhill's Early Morning Pipe. Now, before we get into this, I like to do a little bit of pass you on some information about the blend, and the information is provided by tobaccoreviews.com. So let's take a look at Dunhill Early Morning Pipe. Sweet Oriental, carefully blended with bright and red Virginias, pressed and lightly stoved. Great as the first pipe, arousing the palate for the further pleasure of the day. The brand is Dunhill, blended by Dunhill. The manufacturer is Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Blend type is Balkan. Contents are Latakia, Oriental, Turkish, and Virginia. Flavoring is none. The cut is ribbon. You can buy it in tins or bulk. The strength is mild to medium. The flavoring is none detected. Taste is medium. And the room note is pleasant to tolerable. Okay, so here we have Early Morning Pipe by Dunhill. Now, Dunhill is a well-known, established company that's been around for a lot of years. I think a couple of times in its history it has stopped producing tobacco until another tobacco company kind of picked up the moniker and started producing with the original recipes all the Dunhill blends. So what I like doing, and you can come along with me to do this if you like, just get the tobacco that you ordered and sit in your favorite easy chair and you can experience this tobacco in the tin or in the jar, wherever you have it stored. What I like to do is I like to kind of stick my nose in there and kind of breathe in the aroma and see what I can smell. All right. First thing that really hits me is the Latakia. Latakia has a definite aroma to it, and that aroma kind of takes over everything else that may be in a blend. Now, that being said, I can still kind of detect the Oriental as well. I can detect the Oriental, but it takes a back seat. It's not forward. The Latakia for me is absolutely forward, but the Oriental is taking just a seat right behind it, and I really can't detect any of the Virginia. But again, Oriental tobacco is another tobacco that has a strong aroma. So anything that has a lighter aroma to it would naturally kind of be overpowered or overshadowed by something that has a deep aroma. Now, I'm going to have to admit to you something about this Early Morning Pipe. This Early Morning Pipe has 5 years of age on it. So, for me, this tastes a little bit different than a fresh batch. It has a deeper, more robust taste, at least for me it does. And I think that's the Virginias that have aged. When you get fresh Virginia, especially red Virginia or yellow Virginia, it kind of is a little bit more bright. It tends to burn hot. It tends to give you more of a lighter, brighter taste. Once it ages, though, it mellows and it deepens, and it becomes a little bit more subtle. Doesn't burn quite as hot, and so I tend to like the aged early morning pipe than I do the fresh batch. So when I got my tobacco, the moisture was just perfect. I couldn't really tell that, it was overly moist, and it absolutely has no nicotine hit, at least for me. No nic hit at all. So let's get to smoking our tobacco, and we'll see if we can taste what we're smelling out of the jar. Well, first of all, again, the Latakia takes front seat. But that Oriental combines with it in such a way that you can still taste the Oriental in the background. Now, this is one of the few tobaccos that I find that what I smell out of the tin is actually what I taste. So it has that Latakia taste, but it also has that that tanginess of an Oriental. That's where the Oriental makes its presence known the most. That tanginess, and I don't know if you've heard me describe the kind of tanginess I'm talking about. But for me, it's like orange juice. Orange juice has that sweet and tangy. If the tang was just there by itself, the tanginess, nobody would drink it. But that sweet tang sort of tanginess combines very, very nicely. And then, in the background, but as it sort of envelops both of those blend types, is the Virginia. And the Virginia really sweetens the blend. But it combines to make a very pleasant smoke. And it's aptly named. Early morning pipe. It's a light Latakia Oriental, kind of welcome to the morning. It would be great with a cup of coffee in the morning. I can just see some of you may be out and live on a farm. You get up in the morning, you brew you a cup of coffee, you fill your pipe with early morning pipe, you start smoking it and drink your coffee, sit out on the deck and just look at the sunrise, and look at the moisture dripping from the dew from the trees, and the fog kind of lifting kind of right over the pasture somewhere. It really is a really nice smoke. All right, well, now it's time to give you my rating. As you know, I have told you before in the past that I really love this tobacco. It's one of my favorites. I usually smoke it going to work every day. It kind of gives me a, hey, time to wake up kind of feeling. So this one for me is a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 smiley faces. So that's my rating. I really do enjoy this blend. It's light, but it gives me that Oriental and that Latakia that I really enjoy. Now, next month's blend, which I can't really tell anymore, but it's Sutliff's Pumpkin Spice for October. There you go. That's perfect tobacco for October is pumpkin spice. Now, a couple of words about how I want you to go about doing your review is I want you to first give me the review second and your rating first. So give me your rating and smiley emojis, hearts, emojis, whatever you can, and then give me a short synopsis of what you thought of the blend, what you enjoyed about it, what you didn't like about it. Again, I want to warn you that please try not to leave any other comments like, hey Mutton Chop, what kind of pipe should I buy? Hey Mutton Chop, what's a good tobacco to start pipe smoking? Those I will read, but I'm going to delete them because I want our blend club videos to be basically blend reviews. So those that are new to pipe smoking or are just looking for a new tobacco to smoke, they can just kind of scan down through there and see how many people like them and stop and read a couple of reviews. So if I've got other people asking questions that clutters that up, new pipe smokers may be put off by that and say, well, I'm just going to go somewhere else. All right, well, that's it for Blend Club this week. I hope that you've had a great month, September. And again, next month we're going to be looking at Sutliff's Pumpkin Spice. Until then, we'll see you.